All right, what's up, family? So today's video, we are going to be talking about Ramadan nutrition. But before you click off this video or don't want to listen, let me tell you why you want to watch this video. So we're going to be talking about Ramadan nutrition, but this is also going to be tips such as if you were trying to do fasting. You know, nowadays, a lot of people are trying to do fasting. There's like, hey, what do you think about fasting? People try to not eat breakfast, start eating around 12, and then just have like a 5-hour window from 12 to 5 to eat, and that's their fasting. The tips that we're gonna be talking about right now are gonna be very similar if you were trying to fast, but we're gonna tailor them down specifically for Ramadan, because right now Ramadan is happening. I believe it's 40 days of fasting from you cannot eat while the sun is up. You have to eat before the sun goes up, and then you could eat when the sun goes down. So this is a type of nutrition approach that Muslims follow for their religion, which I like because I truly believe that every religion has some type of fasting in their religion, which I think is good because fasting does get you closer to God. There is some type of strength that you need to receive from God to keep you strong through this difficult time of fasting. So let's get started with this video. So first thing that I'm gonna say is this recommendations that I'm gonna give you right now are gonna be for healthy individuals. This is not gonna be if you have some type of medical issue, then you have to deal with your medical issue. But let's just say that you're a very healthy individual with no problems. Then these fasting approaches are gonna be good. So one thing that I'm gonna say is congratulations on you actually going about this fast, because it's not easy, and truly you will get closer to God through this fasting. I'll tell you a little bit about me. When I go through my bodybuilding preparations, I compete in bodybuilding. That long approach of fasting to get super lean is considered a fast, and I do feel closer to God. So I truly believe anybody going through Ramadan is gonna get a spiritual boost, and it's gonna get them closer to God. So I will say that. So now let's get started with the recommendations. We're gonna do 2 meals, okay? There's different approaches, but this is the recommendation I'm gonna do. Usually people do 2 meals. Currently, I have one of my clients going through Ramadan, and so this is what we are doing right now. So 2 meals are usually what would happen is because you have to eat before the sun goes up. So people wake up 4 in the morning, sun is down, let's eat before the sun goes up. And so there's meal 1. And then sun goes up, they cannot eat or drink anything. And then they could only eat till the sun goes down, which is maybe around 7 p.m. right now, and that's when they have dinner. So that's second meal. So meal 1, meal 2. So we're gonna break down how to go about eating those 2 meals to stay healthy. I mean, you could just eat and go through the spiritual journey, but my recommendation is for you to really get healthy and strong and eat good nutrition, good food to nourish your body. So 2 meals. And then this also could be for anybody trying to fast and only eat 2 meals. So we know since we're only gonna be eating 2 meals, nutrition is gonna be so important. You only get 2 meals. Let's make sure we're getting those vitamins, minerals that the body needs, because we only get 2 meals. You don't have 6. So it's very crucial that you make important choices during these 2 meals. So the first thing that we're gonna do is water is gonna be so important. You don't think about water, but because you drink water throughout the whole day, you know, then and there. But in Ramadan, you cannot drink water when the sun is up. So you gotta be very strategic in making sure you get plenty of water before the sun goes up, and then it could hold you through the whole day, and then drink water when the sun goes down. So what we're gonna do, recommendations are gonna vary, but this is pretty similar to everybody. Let's just talk about if you are a male that's 160 pounds. Let's just get 160 pounds. Usually the recommendation is half, whatever your body weight in pounds is, drink half of that. So if you're 160 pounds, then you will drink 80, half your weight, 80 ounces of water. And so since we have 80 ounces of water for this 160-pound guy, then what we're gonna do is 40 ounces for breakfast and then 40 ounces for dinner. So one thing that might pop up to your head, be like 40 ounces of water seems a lot in one sitting. So this is what I want you to do of how you're gonna consume that water. One, maybe have 1 glass of water next to your bedside right when you wake up. So right when you wake up, 4 in the morning, boom, there goes maybe 20 ounces of water. You're getting dressed and everything, and right when maybe within an hour you're about to have that breakfast before the sun goes up, then you could drink the other 20 ounces. Because if you wait to drink those 40 ounces just right before you eat the breakfast, it might be too much water to drink in one sitting. So that could be one way. And then after, when the sun goes down, don't wait till you sit to eat dinner to drink the 40 ounces because it might be too much again. So what you would do is, maybe if you're at work and the sun goes down, drink 20 ounces of water. You might have to drive home, and then you're gonna eat within an hour, let's just say. Then you could drink the other 20 ounces of water. And then that way you broke down the water that way. But water is gonna be so important also because people through Ramadan, you're not eating through the whole day. Let's just say you're not eating from 6 in the morning all the way to 7. Usually people are used to eating 3 meals. People are gonna get hungry, and this is what happens. People start making poor choices for dinner. They're like, I haven't ate all day, and then they end up eating anything, leftovers, like fast food, because your mind will play tricks. You're hungry, you don't wanna eat something healthy. You wanna go for the unhealthy, whatever your body is craving. So it's very important that you drink that water right before when the sun goes down. That way, that water is gonna mask the hunger and less likely to make those poor choices. So that's how you're gonna get your water. And then after the water, that's the main important thing. The next thing is your meals. Prioritize your meals with protein first. Protein is gonna be the main thing you're gonna surround those 2 meals around. Protein, where's my protein? So your protein is gonna be your chicken, fish, salmon, turkey, lamb, any type of bird, any type of meat, eggs, that's your protein. Make sure that each meal has the protein there. That should be the first thing you're thinking. For dinner, breakfast, where's my protein? I have plenty of that. That should be the main thing you have. Then your vegetables, and it would be a good idea to have your vegetables for breakfast, because one thing, if you have your vegetables and fruits, but we're talking about vegetables, but if you have your fruits and vegetables for breakfast, those foods usually make you feel full longer. So it's gonna prevent you from feeling hungry through the whole day. So that's why it's important to try to get your vegetables and your fruits in the morning. So get your protein, maybe some eggs in the morning, and then have a couple cups of vegetables, maybe have 2 fruits, maybe like a banana and an apple, or a banana and an orange, and that would be your breakfast. And then if you are still hungry, then that's when you're gonna add other sources of carbs, like starchy carbs. You could add oatmeal, cereal, bread, tortillas. That's when the other food comes in. But oftentimes, if you are really trying to get everything that's important, such as your protein, your vegetables, your fruits, sometimes you're already too full and you don't have room to eat those carbs, which is fine. Then you don't eat those unhealthy, high-calorie carbs. And then for dinner, since you already got your vegetables and fruits for breakfast, for dinner, you don't have to eat a bunch of vegetables and fruits. You could have maybe a meal that is a little bit less strict. Maybe you could eat something less healthy because you already kind of got the main important healthy foods in the beginning. Of course, it would be important for you to eat healthy even for dinner, but if you don't, it's okay because your breakfast was already super healthy. So that's important. One thing that I'm gonna talk about is make sure that you're getting good sleep through Ramadan. Be very mindful about setting your schedule, what time to go to bed, what time to wake up. One of the reasons is because if you wake up kind of late and the sun is up, then you really can't eat breakfast. And so you're gonna be starving yourself through the whole day. But the other reason why it's important to get plenty of sleep, 7 to 8 hours preferably, it would be because if you are not getting adequate amount of sleep, that's gonna mess up your hunger levels, your energy levels. So usually when people are sleep deprived, They're more likely to make unhealthy choices. They get more hungry. They get more moody, end up making bad choices for dinner. So make sure that sleep is there. And then last thing, we're going to finish with this. Remember why you are doing this. Okay, because it's going to get hard. It's going to feel hard when you're doing any type of Ramadan nutrition or fasting and following a diet. It gets hard. But remember that you're doing it for a higher purpose. This is one of the reasons we're doing Ramadan is because of the spiritual purposes. And one of the things is you're asking for strength during time of weakness. That's the reason of fasting, because food is essential. We need food to survive. So that's why food and fasting is so good when you're trying to get closer to God, because you really feel the weakness, because everybody needs food. So if you're fasting, everybody will feel weak and will need strength. And that's when you ask God to give me strength to continue through this fast. And once you finish, you can celebrate and you will feel accomplished, and you will thank God that He gave you the strength to continue when you felt like you couldn't. All right, family, hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed the video, please press like. I would appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel, and have a good day. Peace.